Well, hello there and welcome to Luxembourg for the Queen and King of the Court series, a time trial of beach volleyball that continues to amaze athletes, fans and the beach volleyballing community. Well, a month or so ago, we saw you in Hamburg. Now we are in Luxembourg. We are surrounded by royalty here this week. It's an absolute pleasure to be here in Le Coq. And as always, the crowds are in. Louis Lett with you in the commentary booth. And all the way in the USA is Rich Lambourne, Olympic gold medalist and Olympic coach as well. Richie, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Pleasure to be here with you, Louis.
Well, it's amazing.
Only vocally.
It's amazing. You're here in spirit, Richie. It's 21 degrees. It's actually dropped a little bit, 70 degrees Fahrenheit in your language, but it is beautiful beach volleyballing weather. There's not much wind at all. And we are living the dream in Luxembourg as we go towards the quarterfinals of the women's event. We have a couple of women's quarterfinals coming up in a row. Then we have the women's playoff. And then we have the men's this evening here in Le Coq, which is a big sporting arena here. That's our draw. Richie, Breck Piersma, Emmy van Driel, a very, very good Dutch team, but have a look at that for a round. We have some hard hitters and some very skillful beach volleyball players.
We will see who will get here in the court.
Yeah, and we're going to see if the Spanish girls can, you know, do what we talk about so often and make their way through the fifth place playoffs and all the way through to the semifinals. They'll have their work cut out for them, though, in this Group B.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the fifth place team is eliminated. The fourth goes to a playoff, and then the top three advance to a semi-final in this round. And, well, if you don't know already, it's a time trial, so 3 sets of 15 minutes. Now, that fifth place team in the opening round who doesn't score at the Queen's end as much as everybody else, they will be eliminated. Same in the second 15 minutes. We'll play against the clock. The team with the least amount of points will go into that fourth place playoff. And then in that final round of 15 minutes, they all advance to the semi-finals, which is glorious, but they will play for a golden ball, Richie, which does have its benefits in this format of the game, doesn't it? We get to play a wash, and with a golden ball, you get to play a point again.
Yeah, indeed, it is a nice little advantage to have if you can manage to have it. It gives you an opportunity to replay a point, and we've seen it be very effective for teams in the past.
Yeah, we certainly have. There is the golden ball, as the fans are also in, and we know that we have some excellent teams, including Norway, France, a big serving, fun to watch. I mean, they've just uploaded another dancing video today, Rich. I don't know if you've seen it, France, on their Instagram page. They're certainly worth a follow, but then also Caro and Angela Lobardo have been in great form. I'm interested to see if they can make it through here. We haven't even talked about Germany yet.
They're gonna pick our cards.
Yeah, Germany, they are a very, very good team. Sinja Ninja and Svenja Mueller, very formidable out there. I like them almost as a lock to get through, but that's what's so fun about this format is anything can happen, as we saw earlier with Perusic Schweiner dropping into the playoff.
Absolutely. Well, there's Breck Piersma and Emmy van Driel. They've both won Queen Awards before, or crowns even. Breck Piersma won in Doha at the start of the year. And talking of teams that love this format, Richie, always smiling Norway, aren't they? And always entertaining. Made a second in Hamburg in 2023 as their best result.
With the number 10. Team France.
Yeah, they're a fun, dynamic, offensive team to watch, and they're perfectly fit for this format, I would say.
Yeah, they certainly are. They run the ball around nicely. Lots of variations offensively. Well, Lazana Placette, 24 years old. Alexa Luchard, 26. They are preparing for a home Olympic Games in Paris, 184 and 180 centimeters. They're physical. They certainly go for it, Richie, don't they? They only really have one gear,
And then we're gonna
France.
look for the next team from Spain. 1 meter 90.
That's the go gear, but they also have a lot of creativity to their game as well. A lot of good vibes on their team, as you can see there.
Well, they certainly do have an incredible amount of good vibes on their team. Get them on Instagram, everyone. Belen, Carol, and Angela Lobato, 23 and 31 years old. Well, Belen, as we spoke about yesterday, the Queen of Utrecht in 2021. Also, this pairing took a 5th in Mexico last year on the Challenger scene, and that's their best result so far. But they're sort of working their way through the playoffs. And, well, I spoke to that lady there, Angela Lobato, at breakfast this morning, and I said that was some shift you put in, and she sort of, yeah, took a deep breath and said, yeah, we did it the long way. Well, from Germany, a team that performed incredibly well in the World Championships last year, taking a bronze medal in Rome. Also winning Ostrava, Sinja Tillman and Svenja Müller are a fantastic team, Rich, and we can expect big things from them, I think, this week as well.
And then we would appreciate if we could.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Louis. Sinja is such a great defender. Seems to cover every inch of the court, and her young partner and big partner up front just keeps getting better and better. Just 22 years of age, so on the uptick.
Yeah, well, 6'3", Svenja Müller. That's some effort, the tallest in the round at the moment. It's the Dutchies that start siding out, and for me, they've been a fantastic team. We spoke yesterday about the depth of the program, but also Wies Beckhuis, unfortunately, well, the one missing out when Breck Piersma teamed up with Emmy van Driel. Germany make their way straight down to the Queen's End then, Richie, and a few early points won't do any harm for the nerves, will they?
No, it's always nice to get out early in this format, especially in the round of with 5 teams in it, because your opportunities to make it to the Queen's side come up much less frequently, of course.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a fantastic break and great control with the hands from Lichard, but in turn, well, someone was waiting for it in terms of Sinja Tillman, and then they're starting to really catch fire. She's hit 2 sidelines in a row there, Tillman. She's got the accuracy pretty much locked in. I mean, that's the problem with...
More of a traditional side out. The first 2 didn't come easily.
No, and that's a really great set from Tillman, just to put that one in the pathway on the right-hand side of Müller, and she can just stay high and physical off the hands. Oh, there you go. The 2-ball now. Their coach at the moment, Kirk Pittman, former coach of the Australian women's team of Maria Fay and Clancy, took the silver medal in the Olympics with them in Tokyo. There's certain things about their game that look a little bit like the Australians at time, Rich, with the 2-ball being run, and they have a little bit of a spread offense as well at times.
Wow, was für ein Auftritt von den deutschen Mädels.
Yeah, I mean, Kirk doing a great job with these girls, and here's a look at Müller right there. I mean, just how physical she's capable of being.
Yeah, it's frightening to say the least, the angle she can hit, but also the presence she has at the net. We are in system again for Tillman, and just when you think she's going to get after it and hammer it, she just knuckles the ball into the sideline.
Does a nice job of mixing things up offensively, Sinja.
This time, well, Belen Carroll is also a big blocker, so as soon as Svenja Müller loses a little bit of that height, it's going to be right in the wheelhouse of Belen Carroll. Now Spain have their chance to get a few on the board, but I think Germany will be delighted with 7. That's going to keep them in the competition. Remember, 5th place goes home.
7.
Oh my goodness, in your face. And Team Netherlands.
Oh dear.
Axel putting the stamp on that.
Oh my goodness, in your face was Axel's words down there.
What
There you go. Tell it as it is, Axel. Tell it as it is. All right, service coming in. It's a good serve.
Oh, great service, but she touched, unfortunately, the line.
It was a foot fault. So Helen Hansen and Ommenstad, who just seem to be warriors of this format, seem to always find some sort of rhythm when they need the most. Breck Piersma this time away from the body. Shock, Rich. Death taxes, and Dutch left side is hitting off the body.
Yeah, I mean, you got heavy cross court coming from both sides in Holland. Because the right-siders that can bomb in the angle are also well represented.
Yeah, absolutely. This time, that lefty knuckle from Van Driel, it's beautifully placed. Great ball control from her. Great touch. Let's go. Well read. Van Driel takes a really good position there, just gets into the middle of the court and makes the read.
Great rally.
Turn, that's one thing maybe Svenja Müller could be targeted at times, couldn't she? Just trying to go off the hands, off the outside hand. It's a very good bit of work.
That was a situation where probably she would have been better off pulling off the net, but in those long rallies, sometimes you just kind of get stuck, especially the longer it goes.
And in the end, Breck Piersma didn't really have anywhere else to go but to just try and stay high. She did stay high enough to go off the hands. I agree. Good one to break on, but Spain misses serve. And, still 3 teams on a duck, so it's going to be intriguing 10 minutes, because for me this is the most important round of the quarterfinals. The loser of this round goes home. Sunneva with a great set to get Norway on the board. Then a little chip to the line from Ommenstad. She's going to break now for Lombardo, and that one's spatched out the back. And, well, Norway on 2. Sorry, it's Tillman, my mistake. As Sunneva back off the body. 3 in a row, Rich. And this is the thing, isn't it, about Helen Hansen Ommenstad. They might not get to the Queen's End sometimes as much as others, but when they do get down there, they really can hold it.
Check out Instagram.
Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, we talked about their dynamic offense. We're getting a look at it already here.
And a little bit of dynamic defense as well there from Helen Hansen. Gets up high and great control to the back line. Now they're on 4. And they look like they might be safe. I would say the magic number might be 6 or 7 though, Rich.
Crazy skills.
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, Tillman Mueller obviously pretty safe at 7. I think at least to make it into the next round.
Charging in, France are off the mark. So now Carol and Lombardo will have to push a little bit harder. France are also a team that can really hold the Queen's End for a long period of time. The lefty knuckle is a tight set, and surely the Dutchies are going through here, Rich.
Wow, now we're talking.
Yeah, indeed. That was I like the late pull, tactical pull there, but Emmy saw it well and thumped it.
And Emmy trying to turn one back with the cut shot. Upper body sort of turned, and well, that gives away the angle that you're going to hit when the shoulders turn, but just didn't quite have the power anyway to plant it. Just put backwards there, Helen Hansen. So Spain are still red dotted at the moment, but there's still time for them. Not if Germany have anything to do with it. That is Sinja Tillman.
Perfectly placed right there.
Yeah, it really was. Tillman now on this back set, moving the blocker and then trying to stay deep. I think she's looking for the blocker's hands as they retreat, Richie, but nothing given. Not a happy Tillman either. Oh, that
It
one.
looked as though Richard may have gotten it, but yeah, usually people pretty honest in this, especially in this format.
Yeah, absolutely. And France then trying to cut a ball that was uncuttable from that position. Well, that certainly wasn't unbangable from Piersma. That's a lovely swing, isn't it? Because we see her come away from the body so often that that one over the left shoulder is open for business, and she can take it. Takes a great arm swing to hit both of those angles from the same approach, Rich.
Indeed, yeah, and that's set just a little bit tight. That time in transition from Bellincaro for a good dig. Piersma cleans it up well.
Spain is still red at the moment, so they're going home as it stands. Nice touch from Tillman, but can't keep the ball guided towards Muller. But they're safe. Piersma Van Driel, you'd say, is safe, and then it's Spain and France who are going to battle it out. I don't know about Helen Hansen and Omnestad either. It's going to take some good work from Spain and France to both get past Norway, that's for sure.
Certainly, you don't feel excessively comfortable on 4 if you're Helen Hansen and Olmstad, but it's better to be in that position than stuck on 1,
Yeah,
grinding for opportunities to get to the queen side.
you'd take it, wouldn't you? Especially if you're in Spain's position here. Oh, the baby line. Beauty. Alexa Richard.
That's a beautiful touch.
Now turned into the angle. Okay, France are now on 4. And Norway are right back in the mixer here. If Spain can get their way down, it's going to be the 5-minute timeout very shortly. Oh, there it is, and France have just managed to get some rhythm at a key time, Rich, haven't they?
In this time of the match for all the 5 teams.
Yeah, indeed, and they get a little breather to hopefully come out and continue their run. But yeah, I mean, as we so often see in this format, it just takes one good run, oftentimes, to get yourself out of harm's way.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Julius Brink back with us. JB, welcome back, sir. How are you finding it? Entertaining first round, but a good early bit of work from Germany and the Dutch, and now France are coming through as well.
Yeah, correct. I mean, it was nice to see Müller and Tillman up on 7 points quite early. I think that was in 2 or 3 minutes done. And straight performance, super focused. And then, yeah, they were in that trouble situation by 5 teams on court, not really getting a chance to strike back. And in the meantime, the Netherlands, Piersma Van Driel, took up on 8. It's all an open race, I would say. Spain needs to push it a bit, and I mean, we always talk about that so much. It's so crucial right now. It's just a limitation. Maybe in the next 5 minutes you get, from a Spain's point of view, just 2 more chances to score, and then you must do it. That's the pressure situation I'm looking forward to see Spain in.
Yeah, I think so as well, but we've seen them do it before, Rich, haven't we? They've done it the hard way so far.
3, 2, 1.
You wouldn't put them doing it.
Yeah, indeed, they have done it the hard way.
You wouldn't put it past them doing it again here, but there's no playoff for this 5th place team, so, well, the panic button could be pushed very soon, as Plasat Richard just seem to be easing their way into this one. That's a really nice turn. She's got that baby line, she's got that crush cross. Okay, Spain, this is the one. Labardo, oh, the set's tight. And maybe that's the pressure that Julius Brink was talking about. When you do get those opportunities just presented to you at that time, and you know you need to make it, all of a sudden you can just tense up a little bit. Overset. Strong from Placet Richard, so now they move forward to 8. They have the green light, so if you do win this round, it means that you start at the Queen's End for the next round. That's a fast arm over the top, nice play. And Hansen Olmstad are not out of this yet if Spain can get a wiggle on down to the Queen's End.
Indeed, and this is a beautiful run for France that they're putting together. For most of this opening 15 minutes, it looked like they were in a little bit of the trouble with Spain. But they've charged on here.
Okay, Richie, this is their big one. Oh, no, and there's a chance that goes begging Germany in transition, get their way back into the Queen's End. And remember, have a look at that. There's 2 teams with golden balls. That's what the ball means in the top of each country's graphic. That means that at any point in this round, they can replay a point. And, well, Spain, at this moment, are going home unless something can turn in the last 240. Great defense. Oh, it's just a little bit tight, but it was an excellent effort from Helen Hansen.
How about that serve?
Just crushing it. That's one thing that just, with Placev-Richard, they can give anybody a good game in world volleyball now because of their service pressure. Remember seeing them at the World Championships last year against Canada. And, they were absolutely serving the lever off the ball and putting Melissa Jimenez-Paredes and
this is point number 2.
under a lot of pressure. There's been a lot of change with partnerships in Canada, Richie, isn't there, recently?
There certainly has been, yeah, and you would think Mel and Brandy are in a good position to be leading the way for Canada with their victory most recently.
Yeah, absolutely. Their first.
Event.
Yeah, they're playing some excellent beach volleyball. Oh, that's a really good knuckle. Don't underestimate how difficult that is to sort of get the feet inside
It was
the
an
ball.
Elite 16 event, wasn't it?
4 points.
Yes.
Still the red zone for Team Spain.
The ball's into the middle, back over the left shoulder. Oh, left knuckle this time from Richard. This is a huge play because they win this one, Spain. Oh, no.
I guess this ball was
And that ball is out. They're still in the red. Helen Hansen and Omnestad are hanging on in there. And that would be a sigh of relief for Norway. Richie, this is what we love about this format, but it is absolutely devastating if you're in Spain's position now. They've done some hard work.
Then you have golden balls.
And now 44 seconds. Okay. This long rally is only helping one team here, and that's Norway. Super tight, good hands in the block. And this time from a wider position. It's another shot, but they'll be happy to let this rally continue. 20 seconds means that Carol and Labardo will not get back down to the Queen's End, and they will be heading home, which is very disappointing. They've got very, very close after coming through the playoffs yesterday. And the world number 27 will be going home. There's a great block, but it's maybe 30 seconds too short for Spain, Richie, and it's disappointing for them.
Yeah, it might even be less than that, Lou, because, I mean, first of all, they had a swing at it, of course, that would have put them ahead of Norway. But secondly, yeah, I don't know, and almost brutally, they earned the right to get over to the Queen side right as time expires, so they don't even get the 5 seconds necessary to put that one more point up on the board. So a little bit of heartbreak there for Spain, unfortunately.
Have a look at that. The longest stay for Helen Hansen and Omnestad was the difference. I mean, as we said, they don't get down there as often as other teams, Norway, but when they do, they manage to get a few together and yeah, put the puzzle together they did today, and they're on 4. Well done to that team there. They've just squeezed through. And well, all teams will at least be in the playoff later on. Top 3 teams of this pool through to the semi-finals. The world number 27 leaves us, sorry, as we go down to hear from Julius Brink, who's with Angela and Cara now.
Ladies, what a pity. I mean, 4 points. Norway was on 4 as well. Have you been aware that you actually have to go to 5 because with the tie, you unfortunately are coming short?
Yeah, I saw the red dot next to our name, so yeah, we knew we need another point, but we had so many opportunities and we didn't take them, so that's what happens.
A quick word about that battle down there. Some really, really good teams out there. 9, 9, 7 points. That makes it super strong in your quarterfinal, right?
Yeah, they started really well, so yeah, if you wanna talk. They started really well, and it was really difficult to go to the other side, but as I said before, we had so many opportunities that we didn't take, so that's
okay,
all.
in my very best Spanish, I say muchas gracias for having you here.
Gracias.
I'll see you later, probably in Rotterdam, hopefully. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Martijn, and we just get the...
Well, we say goodbye to the Queen of Utrecht in 2021, Belen Caro, and her partner Angela Lobato. Richie, disappointing, but that is just how close this format is all of the time.
Yeah, indeed. It's a matter of seconds, as we've seen dramatically in just about every one of these tournaments that we get the pleasure to be at, really.
In the competition.
Absolutely, we are off again then. And now the 4th place team will go into the playoff. Like we've just seen in the men's event, we've seen Perisic Schweiner drop into that men's event, which is absolutely crazy. It's a big serve from Tillman. Germans certainly don't take it easy behind the service line either. And Rich, I don't know which way this one's going to go, because all teams can hold that Queen's End for periods of time. Richard had the advantage because they top scored in the last round. Oh, good swing. Son of a Helen Hansen.
That's what we're used to seeing from Norway, that tempo out to the pins, running around on their in their offensive game. Fun to watch.
Tillman from the middle, just working away. Get up, son of a. It's an incredible read from Tillman, and good night. See you later, because a break on Tillman is only going to end one way there, I think. That's a difficult thing for Omnenstad there as a blocker, trying to make those decisions as quickly as possible, and their breaking game is so good, Rich, isn't it, Norway? As is France.
Yeah, it's almost more a part of their block and defense than actually staying at the net and blocking, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the France philosophy, I think, is serving absolute hammers and then allowing themselves a little bit more time if they can get teams passing off the net to break and get into good defensive zones.
To rush behind this one, Emily Olensa.
Piersma, Van Driel on 2, plus Ed Ricard on 1 at the moment. Tillman Müller. Next up, still on 0. Oh, short bump was the aim of Piersma. Helen Hansen Omnenstad get down again now for the 2nd time. Can they make it count? It'll be an interesting matchup here because of the way that Norway play their offense, and Svenja Müller being a bigger blocker, getting run around. That's a good set from Müller though, but the swing is just wide of the mark. Richie and Norway are cooking.
You probably know the best team of the world.
Just missed her hand a little bit, it looked like. Sinja.
From Norway.
Fast offense again. Interesting play that, I really like it. Quick tempo and then a knuckle back to the line before the defense can get set, and the block as well. They're having to move direction. Wow. Big jump set from Omnenstad. What a rally, Richie. Oh, and Norway are getting a little bit of a run going again here.
Großer Einsatz, die Norwegerin macht Spaß.
Yeah, what a rally indeed. And that set right there was unbelievable. We didn't get to see the finish of it, but Piersma all the way behind the court, putting up a great set. Just wonderful beach volleyball happening here.
Absolutely. Now, here we go, Placette Ricard.
So they go away with 4 points.
Can they take Norway out? Because they're doing a lot of early investing here, Norway. If they can get 6, 7, 8, 9 points in this run, that's going to be a fine performance, and I think that's going to get them through to the semi-finals, Rich.
I think so.
Short ball. Oh, what a touch. Sonova Helen Hansen has made 2 or 3 of those short balls I don't think she's got any right to make.
Longest stay in this round.
Effort rewarded right there.
No, determined.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Tillman now brushes one back to the sideline. You can hear the celebrations there as they're chasing a few points.
Maybe even
Miller Tillman is their team currently at the bottom, but I don't expect them to be there come the end of this round. Although we didn't expect Perisic and Schweiner to be there, and they've been there twice and through the playoffs.
Indeed, yeah, stranger things have happened, yeah, but you would think that
At sea.
Svenja are going to get off the mark here.
At sea. That's a very good swing from Miller, just hitting the seam high, and Helen Hansen, I think, does a fine job of getting across to that one.
always a good idea.
9:38.
Still left for the Dutchies and the German team.
Service out the back, and I don't think that the Dutchies have really got going in this round. Had a couple of chances at the side out end, haven't quite taken them, and then just a couple of errors have crept in. Svenja Müller to get out of the basement, reverse knuckle, well seen. Sinja, the ninja, pats one over the top.
Gets this ball. Second.
So good.
She takes the point. Wow. Nice serve, but
Yeah, played with Kim van der Velde for a while, didn't she? Or Kim Behrens, as she was known there. And they went all the way to the final in Jurmala in the European Championships, I think, in 2020. And then they split up. They weren't part of the federation side then, though. So they, yeah. Golden ball used, though, for Germany here, Richie. That's a fantastic decision in my eyes to get the golden ball used here, whilst they could do with a few more insurance points, as you call them.
Yeah, indeed, yeah, just on 2, far from feeling safe. I think this is a really smart usage of the golden ball.
Passes off the net, though, so that's going to help Helen Hansen and Ommenstad in that situation. There's a touch off the block, so it has to go over this time. Second opportunity, sets a lot tighter for Svenja Müller, but that's fine against the smaller blocker. But they do a good job here, Norway. They do an incredibly good job to get back to the Queen's End. And now it's interesting. Germany still on 2. The golden ball didn't quite work out for them this time, did it?
Germans with 2 points.
It didn't, unfortunately.
Good hand setting from Norway. And they are putting an impressive run together again here
From Norway.
in a very important round to send them straight to the semis. We haven't seen much of Placette Ricard yet.
And how frequently do we... No, we haven't, Lou. How often do we see this, though, where... I mean, Norway were, quite frankly, a little bit fortunate at the end of that first 15-minute round to sneak their way into this, but they've found some fire. Played some great volleyball here.
Yeah, they really have got their rhythm as a golden ball time for Piersma van Driel. And they need to make the most of it now, where Germany didn't. Germany have a chance to kick them out again. They do kick them out, so that's twice that the golden ball hasn't done anything for the team that have taken it. Shaky passes on both occasions, Rich, isn't it? When the team have taken that golden ball.
Left-hander.
Left-handed slap.
Does she catch sideline?
Last year. Third place.
Oh, good news. She does get sidelined. The good news for Germany, they get another one, which, as it stands, it's a low-scoring affair for France, Germany, and the Dutch. They really have to keep pushing here, Germany, to get as many as they can before the break. 5 or 6, I think they'll be feeling very comfortable. That's 3 missed serves in a row, I think, with my maths. There you go, 1 point on the board.
7 points, Team Norway.
Great width on that set, Rich, from Sinja Tillman.
Svenja Müller.
Just sits across the hitting window.
Mueller to just be in constant motion, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, constant motion, and just sits across the right shoulder so she can pick it, take it, go wherever she wants, take it as high as she can. I think that's when she's in these situations, when she's at her highest point, she's an absolute threat, can go off anyone, can go over the top of the block. Beautiful play now. As Tillman Müller, oh, a little bit of a fake play, looking to go behind and then stays in front. I mean, the trickery respected by Norway, but they are also queens of having lots of tricks up their sleeve. Oh, big serve. Has anyone seen France in this round? Anyone? They're coming in now. All right, France.
Does feel like they've been non-existent a little bit, but they, I don't know, as we know, all it takes is one good run down there.
Absolutely. Now, France are struggling to get to the Queen's end. But at the same time, Julius Brink is with us down. Ah, he's up here now, next to me. Julius, welcome. What around this is, because we still don't know which way this is going to go as we have a look at the score. But I thought Norway put together a really nice run.
Yeah, Norway, it seems for me, is changing their way of format from every stop I see them playing here at the Queen of the Court series. Now, inspired a bit by the Swedish jump setters, they seek the opportunities with these quick sets, not in a jumping action by setting, but pretty trying to move the big blockers as they are facing Müller on the other side, the German girl, as you just mentioned, so athletic and so tall. So the tactic is obviously to keep her moving. And I talked to them last time I was doing an interview, saying that now they see more and more options to change their way of playing depending on the other side's blocker. And yeah, we also see some Queen of the Court action. As you remember, it was France, Placette Richard doing great in the first 15 minutes, and now they're on the red dot. So it's curious how they perform and if they step up.
It's really interesting because they just don't seem to have created a chance for themselves at the set. Oh, well, that's Julius Brink, Olympic gold medalist. Just quickly while you're here, Julius, what do you think of Svenja Müller and Sinja Tillman? They look like the real deal, don't they?
Quite calmed down, no, not really stressed. We've seen Sinja taking over the serving part all the time. That's also a good option to watch on screen what every team is choosing down here, because it's different to the normal way of playing. You can pick and play with one server all the time. So it seems like jump serving has kind of a comeback now in beach volleyball. Laura Ludwig is doing that more often, and same with Sinja Tillman. And yeah, I mean, their ability is that with her probably 22 years, 23 years of age, she's so calm, so relaxed. Sometimes she needs that extra push. You see that when she's preparing her passing skill, she claps her own leg to get some tension in there. But they are both so relaxed and so good, and so good in details, I would say. All the bumping, setting actions is so calmed down and relaxed, and a good team to watch.
They are a really good team to watch, an exciting team to watch. Interesting, Richie, you just, well, Julius came up with a good point about the jump serving. Do you think that's something to do with the new ball being slightly heavier here?
Take the clappers and keep on going. Clap, clap, clap.
It could be, you know. I mean, you never know how the new equipment is going to affect the game. And that is kind of a common sentiment you hear, right, is that there's a little bit more weight to this new ball. And so that very well may be one of the factors that is leading to more jump serving.
Yeah, well, Julius, the wizard himself, and Jonas Surekeman really went after that float serve, didn't they, at London 2012. I think when Julius won that gold medal with Jonas, they were the best serving team in the competition.
If you want to call it like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But not in jump serving. We have been float serving that time. So facing a situation that we would not have the physics to go for jump serve all the time has been probably a weakness of us, pushing that into a strength. But yeah, I see definitely more and more options now on the player side. I don't see it's all float serving or all jump serving, but I see also the girls developing new skills. You can see Sinja now using a float serve. She's not always hammering the ball, and she seeks and probably adapts that on the other side's team she's going to play against. What also is kind of curious is the referee, as I disagree on some of the calls she's doing, because these lifts, I think she picked out one by Müller and one later on by the Norwegian girls. I think these times are over. What do you think, Rich?
Jumps out of the sand.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit tough. We've been talking about it this weekend, yesterday, and today a little bit as well, that the CEV is fielding the referees, and so there's maybe a little bit of a different standard there than there is kind of on the World Tour in general, so to speak. That's always an interesting one, setting standards, isn't it, Julius? And I'm sure that's endlessly frustrating as a player to have to kind of wonder what a particular referee's standard is going to be going into a match.
Yeah, like all things, we set our standards low here in the commentary box, but there's a little stab. There's only 1:08 left on the clock. Miss serves are going to count now, and that's good hands at she, but really putting that cover ball in on 2 is a smart move from Germany. And if you're France, you're desperate now because Müller-Tillman have found their rhythm, and I think this is going to be their last chance. The good news is for them, they're only going to need to get down and get 2. So second ball knuckle. Okay, France have got their way to the Queen's End. And it doesn't matter what's happened before this point, because if they can get a couple in a row, they're going through. And look who they're playing first of all, the Dutchies. Was there a net touch? Yes, but against the Netherlands. Where's the red dot, Richie? Where's the red dot, Richie? It's with the Dutchies, they're going home. Oh my days! As Julius leaves the commentary box to go down to speak to them, we did not see that coming. Or is there another chance? Probably not. Oh my word.
I don't think there will be.
Well, they're going to the playoff. And that's exactly, again, Queen of the Court, showing us why it's so entertaining. Passer Ricard, just nick it, Richie.
He just nicked it, as you said. You were asking earlier in that round, has anyone seen France? They popped their head in just long enough to steal that from Holland, and they're dabbing it up out there. They couldn't be more excited, and yeah, again, heartbreak is on order for the Dutch, but they'll have another chance in the playoff.
I wish every team had as much fun as the French, Richie. They are ridiculous, aren't they? Great time as they're celebrating, just
they
sneaking through.
Fun-loving.
Yeah, they are. As 2 points, longest day of 1, but they got there just over the line, France, and it's the Dutch pairing that go into the playoffs. And they'll be disappointed, the Dutchies, because we know how good they are. Emmy van der Riel won in Hamburg last year with Plunibma, and also Brecht Piersma winning the finals in Doha with Wiesbeck Koos at the beginning of the year. But today, not quite their day yet, and they are with Julius courtside.
Hi guys, I'm Axel. What's your name?
Yeah, there has been a lot of talking now about the rules, actually to confirm you in the playoffs, not getting kicked out, but probably a bit unhappy about these 50 minutes. It's been tough if one team is on 12, the other one on 11, means
little chances to score points.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. Yeah, it's one point difference, so yeah, 2 points more and we were still playing.
You know what? We pretty much enjoyed seeing you playing, and we pretty much enjoy seeing you in the playoffs, even though you wish to be in the semifinals straight. But we press our thumbs for you. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
One ball.
Well, those pictures told us everything, Richie, didn't they? Disappointment in their faces, and now they have to go through the qualifier if they, or the playoff, sorry, if they want to make the semi-finals.
Like we have all nations here for the European Championships.
Yeah, gonna have to do it a little bit the hard way. It's wild how many of these rounds come down to, you know, just 1 point, final seconds, and all that kind of stuff. It is what we love, but it also can be what you hate if you're on the wrong side of that stuff.
I'm sure these dramatic moments are becoming more and more common, Rich.
Well, we love the drama.
We do love the drama. Me and you love the drama, Richie. As 15 minutes on the clock ticking down as Germany start at the Queen's End. Remember now we are playing for the Golden Ball. Congratulations, France and Norway and Germany as well, all going through to the semi-finals. They've come through the 2 highly pressurized rounds, and now I think they can relax a little bit.
Great swing there.
Yeah, really straight on, Rich, wasn't she? She just managed to get the wrist away and send it left to right. That's a good play over the top. We're looking for a team to score 15 points. And if a team doesn't score 15 points, well, then it's the team that are leading after 15 minutes that win the Golden Ball. Then there's going to be a short break before we go again, because we have another women's round, Richie, with Marki Slakova, Havelkova Pana, and then Paula and Gonzalez, Paula Soria, Sofia Gonzalez from Spain. And we have Gruszkinska Vacevic, the Polish pairing who went 5th place playoff to finals in Hamburg, the Gludenskaites, and Ludwig Lippmann. And yeah, I mean, we're going to have a lot of fun in these rounds. And then the men come up later on this evening.
Good serve.
Yeah, well, service pressure high here, as really no one's got anything to lose so much in this round. Pumps over from look, break this time. Good work. It's a little stab, but Sinja Tillman had also committed to that same ball. We've already seen Samoilova Glaudina.
Serve we were speaking of there.
Yeah, that's exactly the one. Isn't it, in turn? It's a great swing as well over the top of the block. Samoilova, the clingers, Piersma van Driel already through. Hermanova Stochlova into the playoffs from that first round. So Hermanova Stochlova in the playoffs. I mean, it's a good playoff already with Breck Piersma and Emmy van Driel now in that playoff round. So yeah, watch out. It'll be interesting to see who joins them as Helen Hansen, Omnenstad get their way down. Great fast arm from Helen Hansen.
Very quick.
Service incoming from Placet Richard, who just squeezed their way, and breaking into the soft angle is Richard, and then sitting on the more powerful swing there is Placet, and she finds a high swing, and France are back down to the Queen's end.
Scoop.
Some very good volleyball.
And the delivery, Lou.
Oh, it's a fantastic set, I think, there from Müller as well. We give all the plaudits to Tillman for that scoop and deliver, as you called it, but that set sort of facing away from a partner over her head again from Müller shows great ball control and technique. As Julius Brink was just saying, how impressed he is with all of the bump setting skills and all of the ball control skills of the Germans, but there's a lot of great coaches working out of Germany as well. You see they're led by Kirk, who's here this week. Actually, first time we've seen him at a King of the Court competition.
One of the great dudes, isn't he?
He is a lot of fun to be around, and a very wise man as well. Good mixture of wisdom and humor, Kirk Pittman.
On the Queen's side, 2 points for them.
Yeah. And dance moves, from what I hear.
Yeah, I mean, those dance moves get further and fewer between, I think. But when it does go off, it does go off. Almost a high arm over the top. Had a very successful career, not only in coaching, but in playing as well, where he played with Jason Lockhead. I mean, looking at that men's tournaments list, Rich, they're also 7th on that men's tournaments list with 114 international events. Lockhead Pittman. So there's a lot of experience there.
Yeah, that's amazing. Amazing run together.
Sets tight. Chance 9 minutes on the clock, turning in. Oh, a little play on two is a smart one to try and beat son of a Helen Hansen, who was at the net that time. Good strong hands from Omlenstad. And if you haven't seen it, there's a video online, you can find it at Klagenfurt, of Pittman Lockhead doing the hacker before they play Emmanuel Ricardo. It's a fantastic video of... have you seen that one, Richie?
I don't think I have, but I'm going to go look it up now.
You have to, doing the hacker at full Klagenfurt Sunday in the Final Four against Emmanuel Ricardo. It was pretty special video. They had an agreement that if they ever made the Final Four in a big event, they'd have to do the hacker, and there it is. So 8:06 on the board with Placet Ricard currently in the green. Oh, good swing straight down the guts from Omlenstad, and now they're starting to fire up once more. They're on 3. It's 3-3-6 the score. I don't know what's happened to the graphics here, because Placet Ricard... oh, sorry. Hang on a minute. 4-6-3, I think the score should be. Good break again from Alexa Richard. Nice cutty as well. That's what we were saying about...
She's content to... Yeah, she breaks a lot.
6 points for...
And obviously, the tougher they serve, the more chance they're going to have defensively. I know that sounds really basic and simple, but it's certainly the case for them. They have great serving in their armor. Oh, wowza!
Nice swing there.
7 minutes, 7-3-4 now. France, Tillman will chase. And, or maybe an early move there from Tillman looking towards the line, but then the cut was played by Richard. Nice touch over the top. Difficult, that one, for Norway, Richie.
Yeah, very difficult. Yeah, again, both the Norwegian team and the French team were comfortable in the break posture, as you call it, the pole defense, I think, than they are staying in kind of traditional blocker at the net, defender in the back.
And Hansen, fast arm, beautiful fast arm again. Henna Hansen just beating the blocker for speed. Now they get back down, Ricard. And this is just how crazy this format of the game really is. France weren't really involved in the last round until the final minute when they scraped their way through. And now they're sat there on 10, absolutely crushing it. Not holding back behind the service line.
We saw that the first and second, right? We saw Norway barely sneak in on some good fortune and then kind of find their form in that second 15 minutes and put up big numbers.
Well, two balls coming. France decide not even to send a blocker, and they play double defense, and that's, well, a conversation on its own. But here's a two ball. Good rally. Okay, so the Hansen tempo ball, and that's a really good play.
Really great speed in transition.
Oh, netband ace, Germany get their way down.
So it was a
We are at 5 minutes
We have a break, and it's your chance to give them a big hand. All the three
on
teams.
the clock.
Applaus an die drei Teams,
It's
die darum kämpfen,
3:10 and 6.
So the winner
Ricard
goes with the golden ball.
currently cruising here, Richie, and
Einen goldenen Ball.
I mean, again, all we can talk about is how crazy this format really is, how you can be almost out and then in the next round almost be the favorites now, or they are the favorites now to take the golden ball.
Semi-finals, and you can use it like a kind of joker.
Yeah, indeed, yeah, they've put together some great offense in this final 15-minute round, and yeah, you like their chances to take the golden ball, but still 5 minutes with three teams, lots can happen.
So let's have a look in the leads. The team
Yep,
from
absolutely.
France,
Well, we've had Julius Brink with us in the commentary. Unsure if he's down courtside with us or not, so feel free to chip in, Julius, if you are there. If not, we'll just catch you next time. That's no problem. But as we look towards the golden ball, there's some stats on the right-hand side of your screen. And it's a 50-50 split for Ricard, which is interesting. And they've played pretty good. From experience now, Rich, we know that those stats in terms of successful swings are pretty good when you're at 18 from 27. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Oh, shoulder dig. As Müller-Tillman starting to get going again. Big physical rip into the angle. Oh, there's just a...
Oh, we're still waiting for the time. Maybe we have to insert a coin.
The clock hasn't started, Rich, so 4:53 in the stadium, 4:32 on our clock. So that's just what we're waiting for.
Internet problems as the clock is
As,
connected to the system. And
There's
it
a little
isn't
internet problem,
working.
apparently.
It just takes a couple of seconds, and for sure this is
Wonderful play from Müller-Tillman all the same.
getting the time run. Maurice Lacroix. Just trying to get the Wi-Fi again and trying to get it connected, and then we
That's
can-
what we're playing for, the golden ball.
That's just perfect, recognized from the referee.
If you
as
top
that
the
you
pool.
on the board. And if that doesn't run, it's for sure a really important impact in this game. So, give us a
Interesting,
couple
we
of
have the
seconds.
clock.
Something just happened on the board.
It's,
You ready? Try to get that.
Hansen Hansen on the start on 6, so they're in the middle.
Team. No, we're just
They're
breaking
up next, so the scoreboard
can happen.
should update as we have a little look at some of the young fans in the crowd.
The clappers.
Okay, getting spoiled with attention. You enjoying this, Rich? I thought this would be right up your street.
The Adams family, yeah, it's an interesting choice for the pause while we wait for the Wi-Fi to
Yeah.
update.
Well, king of the court's very own Uncle Fester. Either me or Rich, you can you can choose yourself at home in which one of us takes that role naturally.
You don't fancy yourself a cousin to it?
Depends what day you get me on, to be honest.
Good news, we found the internet.
Okay, we're back. 4:49 on the clock. As we're underway. Müller-Tillman on 4 then. And it would not be a surprise if they even get to 15 and just get a run and start smoking it, because that's certainly what they're capable of doing. As Tillman, really nice pad over the top. That's an excellent play. They took a 5th in Ostrava. Müller-Tillman, after winning their pool, they drew the Brazilians, I think Duda and Ana Patricia, in the quarterfinals, and unfortunately lost out to them. And that's just it's a little bit unfortunate to draw the world champions in that quarterfinal, but you know that Germany backed themselves against anyone.
Indeed.
They get a long stay, the Germans. 8 points in this part of the game.
Great knuckle to the sideline. Here we go, another knuckle. You could see it coming. As soon as that first pass just drifted on, beating the blocker, running in. And nothing Helen Hansen could do about that one.
The French girls who are in the service right now.
Service long, and
3 service mistakes.
hang on a minute. Müller-Tillman have just raced to 9 in a blink of an eye, Rich.
Indeed. You mentioned it. I think that 15 was not out of reach for the German girls.
Well, coming in on 4, this would be a great longest stay. Now they're in the league because of that longest stay, and good dig. France with an opportunity here to try and get back down, and they do. Well done, France. You're going to have to make it count here, though, ladies. You're going to have to push.
We have 2 teams with 10 points and 1 team who has the green dot, which means they are in the lead. And I'm talking about Team Germany.
Great touch. Get up, son of a... Oh, it's 11 for France. 4 more will give them the golden ball. Will it be Germany who will rob back the Queen's End? Not with a service that goes out the side, but that won't count as a point to France either. So still some drama to come our way here. 2 missed serves in a row. We've just had a point for Germany due to 3 missed serves in a row, but let's see. Tillman has to keep this one in. Ball does go in, and Tillman back on 1. That's a lovely read. You like that one, Richie, don't you?
That was funny. Did anyone get that one?
I love it, and then I don't know what happened with the French girls. They got tangled up.
Wow.
It's a great shot.
Great save, Suniva.
Just missing.
It's
Literally.
the lead for the Germans.
It's 11-11-6 now. This is going to the wire for the golden ball, everyone. We've had 3 great rounds here in the women's quarterfinal. There you go, into the angle this time from Tillman. Now there's a little bit of breathing space, but they still need to make 3. Tillman off the net this time, brilliant turn. Couple of looks at the court before turning it away.
15 points. It finishes the game.
1 minute remaining. Every serve error.
Well, every serve error counts from now. And that's another one. So it's a round-up point for Germany to take the golden ball.
So we're talking
Sinja, the ninja, with a knuckle over the top. Germany have had an absolute run here, Richie. 4 points with 5 minutes left, 15 points shortly after with 36 seconds left on the clock. That's an incredible return for them.
teams because you are.
Yeah, indeed, and you called it. That might be the first thing you called correctly this weekend so far, Lou.
Yeah, it actually is. I can't imagine I'm going to get anything else right either, but just fancy that once they get their opportunity, they're so calm, and they've won the golden ball now as well. And I've called something right, which yeah, happens every few years.
Wir wollten es noch mal ein bisschen anders angehen als gestern, wo es wirklich.
Well, you just got to leave it a little open-ended. 15 is not out of reach for them, and certainly it wasn't, and you were correct.
Yeah, I think they play outstanding beach volleyball. Don't need the sort of power options that Tillman has, the spread options that she has as well, and then the knuckles that she has. There's lots of layers to her offense that I see in Sinja Tillman, and it's very impressive.
Yeah, indeed, and we talk about Mueller getting better and better each time she steps on the court, and she's very, very good out there. Not only with her bump setting, obviously the big blocking, but offensively she's very imposing as well.
Yeah, she certainly is there. A great pair. All eyes should be on them towards the Olympic Games as well. Germany's premier pairing at the moment. Take the golden ball, 15 points. 7 was the longest stay in the end for them. And after the timeout at 5 minutes, they brought their A game. And when they bring their A game, everybody else needs to watch out.
Then we have a little time in between these two matches. The next one will start in a couple of minutes. So, Martijn, if you would like
to go courtside in here with Julius down there.
Yes, will.
It seems like he's having a great time, and his hand is up towards me. Julius Brink is ready courtside with the Germans.
There are some free.
Yeah, pure joy, pure excitement. I mean, I've seen, or actually I heard you screaming. Why did you scream that loud? Because of winning that golden ball or finishing that by 15 points, not going for extra time?
I was screaming because at the beginning of the last round it was not really working out. I missed a lot of serves, so I just was happy that I could perform better on the side outside than on the break side.
So I'm questioning myself as I never played this format. How do you actually set up these 15-minute slots? Do you see that more as a set, a replacement, or the same mental thing that you do after first set, winning or losing, that you play a new one? Because you did great in the first 15 minutes, but that doesn't count in the second or third.
No, we just, I think, start every 15 minutes new, of course. Yeah, because everyone is starting with 0 points, so we have to start as well. Yeah, but I think it's more about really playing point by point, because it's so fast, you cannot think about what happened the last time, because then you will mess up the next one as well.
So actually, you're holding that golden ball like you want to keep it. You probably don't want to use it in the semifinal, but you might use it. Is it more like a gimmick that we, from media side, really like to hand over a ball, or is it something you could really use in the semifinal?
Yeah, it's really nice that we have it now. I mean, today we didn't use it that good. Yeah, today we didn't use it that good, so I'm happy that we have it, but hopefully, yeah, we will not use it in the semis.
Okay.
But let's see.
Good luck in the semis. Enjoy the moment. Thank you.
Well, some highlights of a very, very entertaining round, Richie. And the Germans don't want to give the golden ball to anybody else.
Indeed, they do not.
They were outstanding. They go through with the golden ball. Have a look at that. 6 teams now confirmed, with Hermanova Stochlova and Piersma van Driel going into the playoffs. We have one more women's round coming up next. Have a look at that. Laura Ludwig popping off the screen there. Olympic gold medalist, world champion, multiple European champ as well. Goes up with Louisa Lippmann for another 3 spots in the semi-finals, and one of those teams will be going home. That's the big one. But from us, from here for the time being in Luxembourg, myself, Rich Lambourne, Julius Brink, I'm surrounded by legends here. We will see you very, very shortly. But from us, it's goodbye for now.